OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. EG's turn to ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. EG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick.
Treant Protector.
Legion Commander.
OG's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Crystal Maiden.
EG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. EG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. EG's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. OG's turn to pick. Seconds remaining.
Templar Assassin.
EG's turn to pick.
Slug.
OG's turn to pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Down the awkwardness.
Timber saw.
And a lily white dress.
EG's turn to
But
ban.
how to express what I'm feeling when I see you? You flash a smile. I'm like, is this happening? I look your way and then of course drop everything.
10
You
seconds
walk
remaining.
over and ask if I'm alright. Hey,
OG's
whatever it
turn to
takes
ban.
break the ice. Don't walk away. There's more to say. I just need the courage to let you know what's on my mind. Like every time
10
you
seconds
pass
remaining.
by, something just feels right. Not
5 seconds remaining.
it's energy locked up that's ready to scream and shout.
Reserve time.
Won't make the same mistake twice. Ready to shake up and break the ice. Maybe a joke first, maybe a pickup line, but either one of those is just a waste of time. I need a better way. I need some inspiration, something that better explains all my motivation.
OG's turn to pick.
Know you and be on your mind. I have to, but how do I put this right? Don't overcomplicate, just say hi or whatever it takes to break the ice.
Axe.
Don't walk away.
EG's turn to
I
pick.
just need the courage to let you know what's on my mind. Like every time you pass by, something just feels right. Not apathy, it's
10 seconds remaining.
locked up that's ready to scream and shout.
5 seconds
Won't make
remaining.
the same mistakes twice. Ready to shake up and break the ice.
Reserve time.
Do you have a roadmap that I can try? 'Cause I think I just got lost in your eyes. I have to tell you, I really want to. Whenever I look in your eyes, I won't make the same mistake twice. Ready to shake up and break the ice. Don't walk away. There's more to say.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Gonna look at the camera.
Yeah, I like looking at it. But then it's always hard to tell when they switch over. So then it's sometimes
They might go in.
Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the action coming to you live from the Palace of Arts here in Kiev. We're ready now for Game 2, Evil Geniuses versus OG. I'm ODPixel. I'm here with my boy Purge. We've just seen the draft, something a little bit different coming out from both sides. Definitely needed from EG after Game 1. And the bans as well. I loved it. No Terrorblade, no Naga, no Alchemist. Get rid of all that rubbish. Let's have some full man mode fighting, and that's pretty much what we're getting from both sides.
Yeah, the drafting was really cool by EG there. They couldn't ban 3 heroes, but the way they drafted completely prevented OG from grabbing a Terrorblade that they used so well in Game 1. And that last pick from EG, I think, was the perfect solution here. Death Prophet is a hero that doesn't end up being too vulnerable against like TA, Timber, and Axe. There's some issues there, but by getting tanky, by healing against your opponents, it can be useful. And the Silence is really good this game against Axe, against Timber, even against like the supports can be really useful. So I really like the EG draft here. I think this is going to give them the advantage they need.
Certainly has his strengths in terms of that, and in terms of the pushing power as well. Yeah, with that Death Prophet, and in a game that very much in contrast to Game 1. Who's got the pushing power? Well, it is going to be EG. OG themselves, not really too many great ways of bringing down the towers. A lot of ways to bring down heroes, and certainly some very, very kind of good picks in terms of targeting, dealing with Aretes, Slark, 2 of Slark's nightmares in the mid game, the Axe and the Timbersaw being the final options from OG.
The battle begins.
Definitely a game though, if it does go late, Timbersaw potentially could fall off, Aretes could be this big old brute, and the weight will be on the TA to carry in terms of physical DPS this game. So if they could deal with Anna, it's only going to be the magical that the EG have to worry about in these fights.
I mean, there's always going to be Pure from Timber. I mean, there's BKBs and stuff, but I just don't even see Aretes falling off. I mean, I haven't seen him have a rough game in a while. He'll have a tough start, but he's always consistently there in the net worth top farm. So I expect to see a very similar thing. Although there are such good counters between like Axe and Timber this game, it's going to be a little scary. But I think the big thing for OG is with their lanes as they are, they just need to be effectively pressuring with heroes like Crystal Maiden and with the Treant Protector. So that'll be their goals. And Zai is obviously going to want to aim towards just keeping people alive, getting favorable trades, that kind of thing. And instantly the Sentry gets dewarded here for OG. So very good for OG's side. And no more sentries for them, so they will not know where the Treant is. Instantly blocks the small camp and flies starting off with a pull. So the tri-lane going well for OG to start.
A bit of harassment onto S4. It's actually going to be the mid lane where Samael with the outplay gets himself a solo as soon as he hits that level 2 with the Crit Swarm and the Siphon, fighting through that refraction and bursting him down. And that's huge. I mean, you already talked about how you like the Death Prophet pick. I mean, if Samael is going to have a start like that, getting first blood solo, it's going to be pretty major. And meanwhile, down on the bottom lane, EG unable to get the kill that they need. Aretes, though, I mean, he's chipping away at them with that early point of the Essence Shift stats, certainly punching into them.
I did not opt for a battle, or Berserker's Call, that is. And Aretes with his level 1 Essence Shift actually got some really good trades off on S4, but there's a lot of regen coming on the OG side, and the tri-lane is still very capable, especially with Zai no longer having any regen items. So they're going to go for the pounce.
Yeah, they're going to, S4 doesn't spin a few too many times, does have a few creeps on him. They're going to go in for the kill. Aretes taking a lot of damage. Zai puts the Fairy Fire with the tether, heals Artor back up. The Battle Hunt will tick him down. Zai's regen, it should be enough to keep him alive throughout, and indeed it will. Aretes as well with the Sao to boot. So EG in away with a kill there. Not punished whatsoever. Still, though, this mid lane, Anna once again being forced back out of it. Samael keeping dominant high ground control over the dire side of the mid.
And in the meantime, Sumail's also going to bottle an Invis, so pretty much anything that Anna's hoping for is just going to get harder. Sumail with this much regen means that he basically just gets to walk forward and consistently break refraction if he needs to. does minimum of 14 damage per second. So yeah, that's absolutely going to drain Refraction. You just have to do 5. Really tough lane, and that's the downside to getting second pick. And the crazy part was that EG drafted it in such a way that they didn't want to first pick this game. So just looking good for them.
Top lane, Farm simply being traded here between the two solo laners for now. Universe and No-Tail, 17, 18 for No-Tail, and 15 for the Legion Commanders. We can see both being able to bring each other down low with the overwhelming odd spam. You see the benefit that the Timber has against the melee strength core. Both keeping themselves in the lanes and unlikely to be offset until a rotation comes through. With Jax actually moving up there, Universe will certainly have to be a little more careful when he comes back into this lane now that there are 2 heroes for him to deal with.
He's definitely still very good at pressuring this lane though. He's able to pick up a bounty rune that hasn't been grabbed yet. Anna getting pressured again. And at this point, basically, OG thinks they're not going to win the tri-lane. With 2 deaths now in the off lane, dangerous position to be in. And S4 is just going to have to play standard, hit up the jungle, and Fly prioritizing his levels as well. So mana pool is, at this point, what they really need to make this better. I mean, Anna's refraction is going to be broken so many times that he just needs as many of them as possible. At the least, he'll trade slightly better against Sumail, but I feel like there's no way Sumail doesn't just get out of control with farm this game.
Uncontested entirely, Sumail at the moment in his middle lane.
Fly with the regen rune is the rune grab, and S4.
Bottom lane, again, another kill here for EG. Zai and Aretes, just this combination, keeping Aretes alive enough to tank a few spins with the amount of regen that Zai provides. This is huge, getting Slark those early kills, definitely all lanes considered. EG certainly seeming to be the side that are having the favorable opening and favorable laning situations here.
They're trying for the mid kill. They did spot out Crystal Maiden though, so Sumail instantly started walking back when they realizing his supports were coming, played a little bit safer, moves back, more aggressive that is, moves towards Anna to try to get them to stay around, but OG kind of realizes what's up and they're all going to get out of their lanes, going back to standard things. So this laning stage has been amazing for EG. They won mid.
Absolutely.
That seems clear. The tri-lane was won, forced OG to rotate out, and in the off-lane, Universe is having a great time too. He's level 5. He's got 21 last hits compared to the 35 of Timber. Obviously, he's slightly losing that lane, but by very little. This is just great for EG to start the game off.
Universe very, very close to having that level 6. And keep that in mind. Well, levels for Zai as well. Well, level 3 on the Eye, of course, getting involved in the action. He's having to split it with both Crit and Artur. Still, S4 has to be careful with how he hangs around in this lane. Already being killed twice. Still opting to stick around, make use of the side pulls, try and take what he can away from EG. Try and slow down Aretes' farm.
He's still getting good levels at least, 4.5 right now. He'd love to take that stack if possible, but there's just so much threat from Pounce. And with the Rubik kind of close, usually he can't even go for an easy TP out. He does have one though, so if they spot that Rubik is somewhere else, maybe, yeah, they will spot Rubik's here, so maybe S4 is going to start playing aggressive, maybe try to kill the stack here. Yeah, he's going to try to pressure Aretes a little bit here, now that he has some advantage. Instantly dewarded mid as well.
Yeah, Crit's kind of attempted a couple of times, but with the movement back from Anna, EG realizing vision indeed was there for OG. Making another attempt to tether heals. Aretes manning up with the stick charges. He's going to keep himself alive, and again, this should be another kill for the 2 on EG. Aretes and Zai closing, taken down, and it's just, it feels like S4's just not ready to, or kind of, it's just underestimating how much this IO can do in terms of keeping the Slark alive. Normally at this stage of the game, there's no way that a Slark could go in on the axe because the spins just rip him to pieces, but Zai's sustain is just absolutely bang on.
Yep, he got quite a few spins at the start as well, but the magic stick just basically shuts it down. And you get tree armor on top of that as well. I'm sure OG was expecting to have a pretty decent lane matchup. Slark's not the best with Dark Pack, but it counteracts what tree does. It means that Axe, if he's not able to get the kill, it just completely shuts down the value of the hero, pretty much. He's gonna get a stack off maybe here, or just shoot the jungle. This is a lot safer to do, but Crit's here to split the experience. So even though he's gonna get some advantage from this, ultimately won't lead in time.
There was some action. You even got the wraparound from his eye, but it looks like he's already out.
Yeah,
S4 will get the distance.
When Slark walks away from hitting the lane creeps, you can tell something's up, right? So finally going to the jungle. He has kept the supports busy. That's one good advantage. That means that though Anna's been pressured a lot, he didn't get ganked other than that one kill from Sumail. And in the meantime, he's just been in the jungle jungling. He gets to fly some extra levels, some. Sumail is the deny master we saw last game. and No-Tail level 7. So going okay for OG, but I don't have a lot of confidence right now. Their networks are getting really behind.
With the level Samel has, the ult available, if he sees an opportunity, he can certainly go for just a straight up tier 1 push. Try and take an early tower.
Dire's middle tower is under
OG's
attack.
inability at the moment to really defend it with heroes. They can obviously continue to pop the living armor from Jarek. Try and slow down the siege. But they're not going to look to throw anyone else other than Fly there, as you mentioned, just picking up whatever XP he can.
Level 6 on X now, not full HP. They just got to keep this tower alive, basically. If that Prophet takes this very early,
Dire's
it'll be
middle tower is under
quite a
attack.
huge issue. OG to actually find space to farm on that hero. Some pressure on No-Tail top. He's actually diving, but now he's the one that looks like he's going to die.
No, there's backup coming in for EG. Samel straight up with the Siphon, forcing No-Tail back. Universe need to move in close enough. Didn't quite have the mana for a duel, and No-Tail will escape.
Does force a TP, that's the big part. Once Spirit Siphon used, but not the biggest loss. Instantly they smoke, but to the good side, they didn't actually. He's going to have to stick back because of that. But if they can get a dual kill, that'd be a great grab, but it's got to be on tree, I think.
No-Tail at the moment. Hasn't got any of the reactive stats. Oh no, he's got 6 kills up at the moment. Let's see if they can fight through it. There they go, straight in with the duel, and indeed he hasn't got enough armor to survive that one. EG, they'll move in for a second. A successful duel, and 2 kills here for the side of Evil Geniuses.
Side played that so well. He's, oh, here, get this easy trade and get him down to half HP, and then it just set up for the obvious tether in with heals.
Radiant's
So
middle
Smel's
tower
rotation
is
top
under
actually
attack.
does work out in the end. It just took a smoke and a little bit of quick thinking. So the advantage continues 6-0. This is looking to shape up to be a really good stomp in some ways.
Much nicer early game here for EG in comparison to what we saw in game 1. Samel still yet to finding the chance to use the exorcism
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
towards the tier 1. That top lane, there's going to be a bit of attention drawn towards Universe. No-Tail forcing it back out of the lane.
Radiant's bottom tower
Pretty
is under
deep into
attack.
enemy territory here, eyeing up Fly. There was the potential to get the telekinesis dragged back into a grip swarm.
I don't even feel like Fly's accomplished that much this game. He has given a lot of mana, but I don't think mana's going to win your lanes because he can't come to your lanes. Pretty much since the start of the game, OG's been on the back foot in that. The one great thing they have going for them is living armor, though. And Jerks has been able to get level 4, so level 2 living armor is decent, but...
Yeah, Anna being
definitely
chased down. Zai ready to boost them, ready to go. Jerax turns up, the sentry's dropped. Jerax, can he get himself out of this?
Nope.
That would have been pretty sweet if it happened, but it did. Samel will end up getting the kill, 7-0.
Not the first time Jerax has done that for a teammate. Oh, well, I guess I'll suicide again so that you can live. And there's the ult coming.
Dire's middle tower is under
Tree's back
attack.
up, though.
Dire's structures
Gotta get the
are
armor on it,
fortified.
keep its HP up, but they're gonna save it in case they need to use it on an ally.
Oh, No-Tail's turning up with the wraparound from the back. Anna has a DD room for this fight. They'll do their best to try and push Samel, Zai and Crew away from the tower. Samel just comes straight back in with the side for the crit swarm as well. Anna down incredibly low. No-Tail, look for the cut back. The stun will be there into the silence. No-Tail himself has to be careful. The ghost still out, bringing him down to half health. Crit swarm as well, forcing No-Tail to back up. The OG are protecting their tower here, and the exorcism will be wearing off for Ellie soon. Trying to commit for the Zai kill, but No-Tail, in fact, with that commitment, he may just pay for himself. The silence again makes sure he can't get out. The living armor won't be enough to keep him alive. And EG will punish the No-Tail Timbersaw.
That was a big mistake by No-Tail, but on the bright side, it does buy them enough time. They delayed this long enough that the exorcism goes down, and the tower is still at full HP. So they're delaying things, but that kind of feels like all they're accomplishing. In the meantime, Aretes getting lots of farm in the offlane.
Is under attack.
S4's trying to eke out a Blink Dagger, and that's going to make the fight a lot easier, because as you can see, it's kind of straightforward for Io to dodge that the Chakram. He gets the wrong way, it looked really bad, but if they're disabled, it changes everything. That gives you guaranteed disable, you get him low enough, maybe you get the chop off, and then you have the mobility advantage. And then you can perhaps follow up and chase down the Death Prophet and kill her. But she's almost got Yules as well, so it's just going to get even easier for her to stay alive in some of these fights.
Absolutely, all 3 heroes at the top of the net worth on the side of Evil Geniuses thanks to these sort of plays. With that pushing potential, they certainly can continue to just raise the overall lead that they have. OG, lots of methods to stop the
Dire's
pushes, but
top
ideally
tower
not
is under
wanting
attack.
to commit lives as their biggest cause in order to stop such progression.
Well, S4 is ready to go. At least he's going to have to sell his last tango goodbye. worth the 15 gold. Blink Dagger's ready. Where will he go with the kill is the big question. No Tails sitting bottom. There's a great lane ward from EG here that's going to spot the Timber if he pokes out even for a moment. And he smokes the backline.
Would be the perfect catch. If they can get him with a creep wave or with a camp in the jungle, they've got a great chance of cutting him down between these three heroes.
But with No Tail showing, they've got to feel a little bit of pressure, especially because S4 has been jungling heavily the whole time, and Aretes sitting in the trees. That's the whole reason for this.
And here we go. It's going to be EG Path that wants to make the go in, but S4 jumps out in return. There's the call for the reaction. Coming in with the relocate. Freezing Field will be dropped from play on the sidelines. It's a good duration as well, but it's not enough to bring down EG as EG. They take two. Aretes falling over. He'll survive the Crypt Swarm to finish off the third. Samael.
They were so ready for that one, and the one hero they needed to not get dueled was actually Timbersaw there. The CM's ulti did a lot of damage, but they needed Timber to get one, maybe two combos off during that fight, and he only got the last one, costing them all their ultimates as well, and the tower falls.
Fly did so much damage with that freezing field, but it just wasn't enough. That relocate, EG, it looked like they were prepared for OG to have backup. They were ready to just throw all their heroes in, and you can see here straight away.
The instant go at the same time, OG showing up.
And then bam, suddenly Zion Samael in the neighborhood. S4, the living armor from Jarrett's not going to be enough to keep him alive, and Aretes just surviving on the edge of that fight.
Yeah, I do sort of feel like No Tail's missing the mark a bit on his abilities. Maybe should have jumped to the right rather than going for the kill to the left, but...
Oh!
Okay,
we have it.
Kills on the board.
With the blink reveal.
Yeah, that's unexpected because most TAs do go for Deso initially, but I think when you're behind like this, you can't just expect to sit back and farm. A Blink Dagger is a good move here. Huge pickup, and that was right before Energy Boost on Rubik as well, so Radiant's delayed more or less.
Samael, he just set up in the mid lane. Universe is there looking for the duel, gets it off. S4 will come in there with a three-man call. OG looking for the follow-up. No Tails the damage. There's the second dunk. Double kill for S4. They'll chase down Samael as well, and they'll find him. Fantastic reaction from OG, instantly bringing 5 in, and this time around, they will be able to punish the duel initiation from Universe.
Man, the IO goes down as well. Did they I didn't even see the IO in that team fight, but instant turnaround there. The important things were Refraction being used on Templar Assassin, living armor as well after Refraction was gone, and the CM follow-up. Frostbite to prevent the Legion from right-clicking crucially to finish him off. And they get a huge three-man team fight, and maybe even the tower. Nope.
Let themselves away, Aretes. We'll get the lead in onto No Tail.
Great chain there.
Up to the high ground. And of course the nice little bonus as well in that fight. We're going to see Anna with the an extra bit of dual damage. Yeah. Extra 14 can make a little bit of the difference.
Especially at this point of the game. That's like that's a talent tree right there.
It is.
Slark, 15 damage. Why bother? Just get dueled.
There we go. Once
on that again.
So there was this lead in here, and then look, this perfect call getting all three.
Oh, that was amazing actually. And he gets the chop off on the IO. S4's got to feel good about that one after the laning stage. Does waste his ultimate at the end though. Got a little too hopeful there. He's trying to give me fantasy points. He's being a real bro.
Is under attack.
Huge fight for them, really.
And as you said, just so very nice how they kept the TA alive. Living armor, Leech Seed as well, providing the heals. Jarrett's just ensuring everything was done.
Even catching the IO in the call is big too, because if he can't actually flip his items, which he can when he's called, he's not going to necessarily heal. As soon as he takes any bit, his wand can't be used, his bottle stops working, his urn stops working, so just kind of a liability there. Even still, EG taking a tower in the meantime, but the safe lane for EG is also going to fall. Anna rotating over, but I think EG wants to take 2. Level 2 Exorcism's ready to go.
See if OG can stop this.
Top tower is under attack.
Radiant's with the ultimate.
Has fallen.
OG may just let this one go, it looks like, for the time being, knowing that EG will have the full 5-man, and of course Jarrett's been scouting a lot of this information with his presence, so OG will simply leave the tier 2 for good, and in return, just look to make a trade down on the bottom.
Is under attack.
Death buff is working so well here. Normally against Trant, we saw it last game. If you don't have really good tower push,
look at this as well. EG want to find him. Oh, Jarrett's with that overgrowth, cancelling mass TPs, and that's going to mean that Aretes, he's not going to have the backup that he needs. Has to be careful. Pops Shadow Dance immediately, pounds it down to the low ground. Will survive, but a very nice, neat little play. They did not expect Jarrett's to be hanging around with that overgrowth and making sure that EG did not have all the members that they wanted down there, and that will allow OG to get the trade, and EG unable to punish it.
Man, if they got Aretes as well, that would have been amazing. But they're not as good at just blowing towers up. EG is usually going to be able to do that faster due to the Death Prophet and the better heroes they have for initiating the team fight, but great plays by them. Plus, how much economic damage do you do by canceling 3 TPs? That's like 150 gold at least. That's value. That's like stealing 2 bounty runes.
All adds up.
Nice play by Derek, and he didn't die for that.
Dire's middle tower
So,
is under
with
attack.
OG's within striking distance here. They can certainly still win this game. Not a lot of hero damage from Ana, but he's been in 100% of the kills.
He has.
What matters more? Let's be real.
And how close are we to the day? He must be
He's
very
got it.
close.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just thinking about getting a Black King bar. Blade Mail's finished for Axe. That's going to be huge this game, actually, especially against Slark. If he can go and reflect some Dark Pack damage, maybe some Legion nukes and Death Prophet as well. That's a hero that actually does have a lot of trouble dealing with Blade Mails.
And this is such a great time for him to play. No Exorcism, Deso and Blade Mail, as you mentioned, just picked up 2 massive items for this stage of game, 18 minutes in. Straight into Roche they go. And EG are heading over. Exorcism back and available in 25 seconds, but this Roche may fall before they can get a look into the pit.
Is going to call to delay things.
And straight in onto Samael. They'll look for the Death Prophet. Universe comes in with a duel. Wants to see him on the sideline. The relocate save out will be there. With the dual target now back in the pit. Ana will take Roche out. Aegis has been picked up. Now looking towards Universe with the melt strike, bringing him down low. One more turn should do it, but the armlet toggling. And so Zai with the relocate back saves Universe, taking the Legion Commander out of the fight. Ana S4 looking towards Crit. A Crit will be brought down, but at the end of this, EG, they found 3. They popped the Aegis. They'll surround Ana. Artesia a little early with the pound, so Ana will be able to jump out. May have got out anyway because he did have the refraction on, so unlikely they would have been able to get through all those charges before the blink off. But EG really kind of just playing around that and just some brilliant IO play from Zai with the first relocate saving someone, and then the timing at the end with the relocate saving someone else.
Yeah, that was amazing actually. I like that Sumail was also the one to go in the front. He's definitely tanky right now. His raw HP isn't huge, but if things got bad for him, just relocate him out, right? The big mistake that OG made, though, was that Ana miscommunicated what he should do in that moment. When Roche is that low and you're playing a TA, you got to get the kill. And he ended up leaving the Roche pit, realizing halfway through, we're not going to kill Death Prophet, and went back in to finish it. Luckily for them, they got it in time.
And OG are angry. They want to fight. They'll see Artesia on the high ground. They're smoked up. S4 has to get the blink call. Now we have it. Jump straight in, and that is an easy pick-off. Anytime they get that call and there's no one else around to help, Artesia just melts.
He died so fast there. Maybe wishing he got 10% lifesteal now.
I don't know if that would have saved him.
Definitely not. I mean, his HP is still at that point. It went for straight Silver Edge. Very stat efficient. It's great at breaking passives. The goal of this is going to help them kill Timbersaw, help kill Axe. But if he's getting called into Blade Mail and he didn't use Silver Edge first, he's going to just kill himself every single time. I'm sure Ana helps with that also. Amplifying the amount of physical damage he reflects to himself. I think Jarex is trying to break out the speakers here.
Radiant's middle tower
Beautiful
is under
base.
attack.
Ana onto the tier 2. EG always getting him off. Trying to deny this, Samael won't be successful. But OG getting Ana to this point, top of the net worth graph. This TA being the absolute beast that this draft kind of requires it to be. You know, we said at the start how this is the hero that will be OG's big carry. It's all about the Templar, and they are getting the tools to build around it. Solar Crest, very close to nearly being done on Jared. And once you're popping that on Ana on the front line, it's going to be very hard for EG to deal with just how much damage Ana can get out before they have a chance of killing him.
It's actually been pretty incredible how TA's win rate has just skyrocketed during this tournament. I mean, even right before it, people pick this hero, but she doesn't always feel like she has the best win rate. But now she's being used as a pseudo tower hitter, and pseudo's not even the right word to say. She's really good at hitting towers.
Oh, she's brilliant.
With a Dragon Lance and all of the minus armor she has and just the general raw HP, she's been actually effective at not getting killed. So now EG's kind of forced to be put on the aggressive. Sumail's still got a great KDA, and he's definitely ready to fight, but they got to take a good fight.
See what they can find here. Artesia to lead the way. OG grouped up behind the tier 1.
It's a very early smoke and a very early gem on Crit as well. They don't want a chance of losing this gank to just finding a Treant Protector.
Dire's
reveal themselves for the
has
courier.
been killed.
Kill. That may mean they don't find anything else out of this one.
I don't think it was going to work there. I think it seemed very clear that OG was suspecting something. They play back for there, and at least EG gets the tower equivalent. Better than that, actually, right now. So OG will rotate to the top lane, push that out, go for that tower. I think the ward will scout them out. Yep, they'll spot CM most likely here. So they will They will know for sure that OG's worth it. That's right, I guess. Nobody gets a courier.
And that courier was worth a little bit more. That one had Sumail's Mystic Staff on.
That's huge. That would have been Shiva's finish. That's like 45 attack speed reduction at this point in the game is actually massive. Huge snipe there. Not to mention just the AoE nuke control kind of thing. Like Blink Daggers, you can use it to guarantee that the Aegises don't get their blinks off afterwards. Luckily, that won't be a problem now, but 5 less armor. Sumail's got to be sad about that one, but very greedy to move the courier out at that time. The only other logical place OG could go was top.
Top they go indeed. Tier 2. Number 1, under the belt of OG.
Radiant's top tower
is out of towers with no response from Invictus Gaming. This is all tier 2s down now on each side of the map.
That was some wolf swing right there. 2 towers and a courier. That's like 3 towers. OG's got the map control. That's for sure. They still have a couple towers remaining. It's been a hard game, but the important one's up. It's the mid tower. It's 2 different easy points that they can come for to try to defend both. Whereas EG's entirely reliant on the shrine. So it's going to make it a little harder for EG to actually use wards to spot out where OG approaches from and where they're going to actually collect resources.
Spotting out by Jared. Aretes with him.
Yeah, I'm not in the right place at the right time. So interesting on the armor choice for Legion here. Definitely keeps them more survivable. Very good right hook. Maybe better against Tenebrous than a blade. Instantly going for a kill top here.
Straight ready to get and S4 they have to get this out to do something about him in these fights. If S4 simply just is able to walk in and get a call onto Aretes, this massively limits what he can do in this fight. OG has so much damage with this TA to fight through that moment in time.
Yeah, that's their strength right now. It's TA plus Timber. If they can just kill one hero at the start of the fight.
Find the ward.
Ward's broken, sentries there. They don't have the best catch. I think Fly's going to be the one that tries to initiate with Frostbite, ideally. Would help some guaranteed initiation, but they also got Timber in the front to be the one that gets one on fight. It's Anna. I could see that gets dueled. I could easily see him get killed at the start of the fight, so they still have to be so scared on OG's side. And EG's buying all gang guys. Universe with the armor, like we said before, and now he's going straight into the Shadow Blade and possibly Silver Edge. I was thinking maybe he'd go BKB, but the reason they're avoiding this is because there's enough physical damage that it's kind of scary. But and also Berserker's Call still goes through it. One of the nice things about OG's draft, but it does counter the Timber Saw damage and the CM damage. Oh, and they have Overgrowth. Like, it's actually such a tough BKB game for EG. Another reason that this Timber pick was so ingenious.
And the Silver Edge certainly going to help against dealing with the Axe and the Timber in these fights. And making sure that S4 isn't able to get those spins off and Timber doesn't have that armor build-up.
They do spot out the Observer Ward now. Timber will go for that one here. You'd think he'd be faster at killing little pointy things sticking out of the ground, but apparently not.
OG certainly wanting to make this next fight work. Hotel, Bloodstone ready. Anna thinking about going elsewhere, but again, very risky to do so still. A lot of EG off the map, hiding behind that Death Prophet. And there's the play we're looking for. EG smoke up, ready to make moves over to OG's side of the map.
It's a good time. Axe isn't ready here. He's jungling. He's got Tranquil Boots up off the cooldown now, but his HP's a little low.
Oh, they know that people. Oh no, he's gone and looked for the rune, and he'll be punished for that one. Oh, OG, we know that they're a fan of using illusions to their strength, but that illusion rune costing S4 his life.
He may have seemed really greedy there, but if he did grab that illusion rune, think of the split push he could have done for 50 seconds. Those last forever. They get the Axe spin. He could have sent them to all the lanes, and it would have helped them know where EG is. But that one moment costing him heavily.
Costing OG the tier 1 tower at least as well. Maybe more. Of course, Sumail still with the exorcism available. They could look to push on for a second one. On the high ground, Anna and Jarek's there. In fact, Aretes is going to walk straight into it. Has to Shadow Dance immediately. Zai's there to come across, provide extra sustenance. Aretes just doesn't get the pounce. They're going to be Hurricane-like Jarek's out of there. Now Shadow Dance is already used. Aretes dies in a matter of a couple of meld strikes. That's going to be the slug on Sumail still with the exorcism up. EG thinking about fighting for more universe. Back up, but Anna comes in. The meld strike, the damage ripping through EG. Sumail stuck and left behind, trying to heal himself up with the ghost and the Siphon is not enough, and it gets the triple kill.
Oh, G just playing that perfectly. They had one refraction charge left, so when the Yules hit the ground, it blocked the damage, which gave him the instant blink. I think EG felt confident that they were going to be able to get out of there, but instantly jumps forward, kills the IO, and at that point, there's no safety for Death Prophet. Already used Yules. He's kind of fast, but man, OG looking like they're just going to close this out. The early game was so good for EG as well, but a couple team fights and a couple small gank mistakes, and EG is in their base. No gem. The gem's completely lost here.
It's just a matter of mistakes being made by EG there. RTZ walking blindly up to the high ground, popping the shadow darts, overcommitting with the pounce.
I mean, who thought that Ana was going to go in at that moment? Why would you? I thought for sure this was a mistake to hit him, but look how much damage he took.
Yeah. And it's the first blink away from Ana, and then as you said, the hurricane
so
pike from Ana.
Disgusting. This
shoving
was
Jerax away.
That was all Ana. 100% Ana right there is why they're winning this game right now. Maybe not fully winning, but that small
This was a
movement.
bit they have the exorcism, they obviously still want to use it, but they've lost their slot. And it just kind of felt it was falling apart for EG there. The call to stick around and try and make use of the ultimate. I was like, did you not just see what Ana did to your slug? He rips your heroes to shreds.
Yeah, I think this is a moment where the fast Silver Edge may be a big mistake on Slark. It's pretty stat efficient, but it's so expensive to upgrade to this item, costing you, what, 2,500 gold? Maybe a different item could have kept him alive.
Smoke on smoke, another fight ready to kick off. Ice forward with the jump, gets the call immediately, and Ana jumps in, focuses down, Samael's out. RTG puts the shadow down, looking for F4, flying the solo though with a freezing field. It brings down the Leech Commander. RTG turns towards the CM, did manage to get two, but OG then found three. The Meltdown, bam! Ana again with the triple kill. This Temper Assassin is out of control.
This is insane, and they're almost for sure going to get the IO. There's no safety nearby.
This man, I mean, Ana game one, so much hate pushed his way. I think they set something off.
He got the TP thing.
Oh, did he time it?
He timed it. I heard talking about that like 2 or 3 days ago.
So odd. I think it's 1/32 of a second you have to pull that off.
He timed it perfectly. Pressed it. That's insane.
Well, that's nice.
Good for him.
Good
One
for
less
John.
death. Only a 4-man wipe and a Roshan going to OG. That's a morale raiser at least.
It is.
That going.
That could be the turn.
Our IO is so good at timing. One less death. But with Aegis up.
Oh boy, and Ana just about to pick up a Lincoln Sphere as well. How do you stop this man?
That's no duel. That's no Rubik's Lift. That's no Orchid. Whatever is on this guy. I mean, you can break it with Spirit Siphon, I guess, is one great way to stop that Lincoln's. But there's a cast range perk as well on Sumail. But man, OG, they look so good today. Had some trouble yesterday in their series, but especially with losing game 1. I believe they did at least. And now it's looking really tough for EG. Like the game is going to get closed out soon. But they still have high ground defense. They still got duel. They still got relocate. And there's no blink yet for Jerax. That's going to help a lot, actually. If they do get a favorable fight, the only person that can jump in and possibly turn it instantly is Axe. So as long as they're not too clumped, maybe they can get OG super out of position and kill them.
Natural kill.
RTZ as well with the build, looking for the Basher, but it really feels like he's kind of 2 major items away from being able to get away with doing anything. He needs the Basher, and then he needs stats. He needs a Scarlet Stage. At the moment, he's still just too squishy. The Shadow Dance duration is not enough for the duration the OG's able to pull these fights on for. You know, these are fights that OG say, well, we can take them quick and fast, or we can out-sustain you. We've got so much AoE control.
And that's why the Tree Protector into the Axe pick is so good, because that kind of anti-BKB control just makes the game so straightforward. So Arteezy would love to have a little magic immunity or disable immunity, but against Axe you just can't do it. It's not safe. You're going to lose at least 3 seconds of your BKB, and at that point all the squishy heroes have probably walked away, and pretty soon after that you're going to have to Shadow Dance. It would buy him time, but he's got to rely on ideally Dark Pact or a better initiation to go for those kills. So OG just controls the map so safely at this point. Axe has a BKB as well, so him getting his disables off are very likely. Not to mention they stole the gem, so EG is just in this hole in their base. They can't get outside of it very easily. They could purchase another gem, but they don't even have much money. Rubik goes for a fast Solar Crest because he's just getting 2-shot from the TA otherwise. So he just has to throw Solar Crest on the guy that gets gone on, try to keep them alive. Ideally it's Sumail maybe.
This'll come in handy.
And then maybe they can turn the fight. They just got to survive the first like 8 seconds, and EG can win the team fight for sure.
It is quite a tall order though at this stage with how far ahead. OG have managed to get themselves.
They did grab the gem. On Slark again. Now, 100 gold. I don't buy gem often. 17. Oh god, 18. Man. 1,800 gold of EG's net worth now spent on gems. Half of that went to the enemy team.
2 minutes left for that Aegis on Anna. So OG may try and do something here with these last couple of minutes. At the same time, EG will certainly be keeping count of that timer. Will be wanting to punish him as soon as it wears out.
I don't think that OG is going to overextend here. I think they're going to play this pretty safe. They're pretty far ahead. They're just going to slap tower when the Aethelan's is up.
Oh, Lotus sort of action here. Crit lifts himself up. No one's going to be followed through upon. And there's your blink on Jarek. So, as you mentioned earlier, another way that OG can turn these fights, getting that tree into crucial positions for big overgrowths to make the play. And again, no tell. Heads up to the high ground. Attracts the attention. Again, just buying time and space for Anna to get the damage done.
What would actually be huge is if Crit can steal living armor, but Jarex is most likely me thinking about that, covering himself. And a couple more hits high ground. He missed quite a few in the last volley, most likely the Solar Crest from I guess No Tail wants to be the one hit buildings. He's sick of this.
Oh, S4 looking for the jump in onto RT. With a quick bounce out. RT will be fine. They will manage to bring in the timber very deep, but there's Jarex with a blink forward. Gets the 3-man overgrowth. S4 walks in with a BKB. The call. They control somehow. They're controlling RTZ as well. The Shadow Dance will not be enough, or will it, to get him out? He pounces. Has the Shrine. S4 thinking about chasing, but he can't fight through the Shrine regen. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment. S4 with the cool again onto Samel, trying to drag it away. Anna comes back in with a one-hit. Zai will stay alive with the Ghost Scepter. Now the turnaround. EG, they managed to catch the TA. They'll pop the Aegis.
He's not going to have blink in time. So
able to get him
very
again
likely.
here. Can he get himself out? Forces away. Looking to get himself up to the high ground. The sentry down. Melt is not going to save him. EG.
Great defense there. Locking the Timber Saw down, guaranteeing he can't cast spells at the start, and OG followed up really fast, but a nice steal as well from Crit, grabbing Overgrowth instantly. He saw the tree moving forward. He knew it was time.
Invisibility.
Very, very nice hold. 70 seconds without Anna now. We'll see what EG can get done in this window still.
They push the lanes, maybe get some wards down and wait for the turtle once again. But at least with the Aegis down, they feel more comfortable taking the fight outside their base. If it wasn't for Shrines there, definitely would have been a bit worse.
Aretes fell so low in that initiation. Everything having to be utilized to keep him alive. And again, we'll see it. The blink certainly from Jarek's catching him a little off guard.
Silence on 2 heroes was definitely significant. And because of that, they're able to throw him just a bit farther back. Instant Overgrowth, but also stolen.
And look, they do get the perfect follow through with the cool, but just not quite enough damage here.
Possibly making the difference in Arteezy living or dying there was the Overgrowth. And with Timbersaw falling, it's time to chase, especially with another crucial silence on Anna in the back line. And when you're chasing like this and you can keep interrupting the Blink Dagger, it's just really straightforward and easy. Anna probably could have also escaped there, but hoping to get the Zai kill. Zai with a quick reaction pops a Ghost Scepter to stay alive. So not the best for OG, but either way, they still get the tier 3 tower. That means when they actually all respawn and get control of the map again, it's Shrine Death. So still very bad for EG, but definitely getting some footing with that fight.
How's he looking at items after that one? Well, on top of the bash, what, 2.1k gold. You've been looking for that Abyssal, which is going to be very crucial in controlling the TA. Many ways to necessarily initially control after the jump in, but handing the bash. This is active. Obviously, you have to work for that Lincoln still. Still, it's going to be a bit of a nuisance. We'll have to rely on his teammates to pop it.
I really like the movement speed perk Sumail went for. That's the big difference in this game. Does Axe get call off on you? Do you see it coming ahead of time? Can you escape the TA? Like 50 movement speed advantage while slowing TA means that if they get into another fight like that, he can absolutely chase him down and stay alive. So I think Sumail's grabbing the items he needs for sure. Like you said, the Abyssals are a big deal though. Heroes out of position, start hitting the back line as the fight starts. All of that can really swing things into their favor. But even the OG backline is ultra mobile. I mean, how many Blink Daggers do they have? They have 4 Blink Daggers on OG's side right now. They can all just sit all the way back in the trees, wait till the fight to start, then initiate and use their abilities in a good way. Whereas EG's a lot more forced to play around walking speed. Rubik especially here. Had to get Solar Crest first to make his cores better. Now has to get a Ghost Scepter so he still doesn't get killed. And then he's going to start thinking about a Blink Dagger. EG going to smoke and go for a fight if they can take one. It'll be okay Okay, if they had Blink on Rubik, they'd be fine. All right.
Straight away, Universe with the lead in. There will be a reaction. Jerax gets the 3-man overgrowth. Vanna moving forward, questioning whether to fight this, but Aretes there with a wraparound. Gets the bash and the control onto the TA. They brought down S4. They'll try and get him out of there, but again, Crit, the stolen overgrowth, holds back Anna. And EG getting a massive TA kill. Will transition into a tier 2 push. They may be even able to force out the buyback. He's down for 70 seconds. They're ready to try and go up to the high ground.
Yeah, there's the buyback. He's not able to finish his Monkey King bar now. Not even get close. He hasn't bought the first piece, and that buyback was literally just a function of EG making that great pressure play here. No Tail getting ganked now.
Oh, with the relocate, bring Universe in. Can No Tail get himself out of there? They'll manage to use him up, buy some time to control him right by the shrine. No Tail. To run, Universe.
They will duel eventually. Yep, there it is.
There's the control. Oh, no!
Huge mistake from Zai. They're going to possibly kill Universe now.
Oh, no, he's been left alone in the mid lane. Universe down. Oh, no, EG. Zai, he had some amazing IO plays, but just a bit of a miscall to bring you out of there.
Oh, what a crucial mistake by Zai there.
Lost him his life.
Just as the duel started as well, so that probably even gave like Tenebrous a flying path and he just starts walking over cliffs and stuff like that. Hope they got that in the replay. But Universe going down, it looked like a for sure Tenebrous kill. Maybe they would get him certainly low.
Yeah, I don't know if they would have been able to finish it because he is very tanky. But I mean, at the least, I mean, Universe wouldn't have died if he was left up there with no Tail.
And now Roach is up. It's so difficult in these high-level games to play IO perfectly, but something as simple as forgetting to untether. He needed to give Universe movement speed so that he could catch up, but he just pressed it a little bit late. Maybe off by 1/36 of a second.
That will be the Aegis and Cheese now secured for them. Ready to go in again. We'll get the replay here. So I think a little bit with, I swear, he was still able to walk up.
Okay, I think that's because if they get far enough away, it just instantly cancels it. But the kill on Universe on the back line, like Fly was ready for it. Yeah, right there, he knows.
Oh, you felt that.
Yeah, that was utter frustration. He knew what he did to that team fight. Cancels duel, guarantees gets Universe dead. But I did like that instantly after that moment of frustration, back to seriousness. That's really crucial in a game like this.
Composure. You can't be hung up about stuff like that.
EG is amazing at that. I mean, the way that they played last night against SG was incredible. Consistent determination, even in the moments where they had 5 buybacks and a lost team fight was going to lose them the game. Always sit in the base, make the right plays, and give them the highest chance of winning. And that's what they're going to need right now to take this. They're ahead in kills, actually, but they're not ahead in fun.
1 for 15, but EG gets Samael and Aaron Nota. Even though Samael very close behind. Highest at the moment for EG and does have the big items, Shivas and Octarine looking towards the heart. With those 3 items, he is going to be a very beefy target for OG to take down. Even with the damage of Anna. 22 still, not quite too close to the 25. We're actually going to see Anna probably be one of the first to reach up there. And I imagine him get like this. Do you still take the +3 refraction instances, or is the -30?
That's one of the easiest talent tree choices in the absolute game. If that was like 40 seconds, 50 seconds, you start thinking about it, but
30 shouldn't make it. It's not going to make a difference.
I don't think so. Doesn't super fit the playstyle as well. And even if the refraction defensive aspects get blown off a lot faster, the important thing is the plus damage as well. 80 bonus damage with 3 extra attacks. When you're this late in the game, your attack speed's great, it's worth it. By all means to get. And you never know. Remember the Yules that allowed them to blink to get the IO kill, to get the Death Prophet chase as well?
Yeah.
One difference sometimes, if the Death Prophet isn't there to use Spirit Siphon, it can absolutely change games.
I'm interested to see if he ever does go back for BKB, because a lot of times we see the strength of those refraction charges is when you've got a BKB to stop the magical instances that normally run it down.
Definitely not. Anna's very likely to get dual blinks right into the Universe, but they don't feel safe about it.
No way, I don't think the Universe can go for the duel, blocking the Lincolns.
I think it was because Anna blinked back to safety. It looked, especially with them being that close, maybe he was very afraid of them having vision. If they have a sentry there, they spot the heroes, it looks like a gank the other way. And that's not the kind of fight that EG wants to take. Looked good from our perspective, but from EG's, there's no way it did.
For sure. And still with that Aegis in hand. TA. Very, very hard fight to make. And EG will certainly be waiting for OG to make the move up to the high ground. With the trap out at the DD, then